Hi everybody, we're back. This is the My ETV Media gaming crew, and we just finished watching the EA press conference. Did we like it?
Let's call it a snooze fest. Let's not call it a conference.
Yeah, we loved it. My favorite part was when it ended.
Yeah. Oh no.
There are a couple of good pieces.
Yeah, like I mean, Drake was on stage, even though it didn't make sense.
The sound didn't cut out.
Actually, did you notice at one point that you could hear the mics from other people?
Yeah.
They wouldn't turn the mics off from like people who just got off stage. They were like, "How was it? Yeah, that was good."
In all honesty, it seemed like this was more prepped and more rehearsed than the Microsoft one.
Yeah.
But it's like a really well rehearsed play that's really terrible.
Yeah, the play is bad itself, so it doesn't matter how well.
It's like you just hate it so much. So was there anything redeeming about this? There's a couple redeeming things.
11 great games. So which one sticked out for you?
Battlefield.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
the only one I cared about.
Battlefield.
To be honest, that's. Oh, sorry, Mirror's Edge 2. That was awesome. For me,
so
I'm a huge Mirror's Edge fan, so that
me
was
too.
amazing.
So I mean, Mirror's Edge was nice because like everyone thought that kind of like died. So sad, but Dragon Age 3 is like a year out. It's so far away.
Yeah, fall 2014, I think they said.
Yeah. So I
not
mean,
anytime soon.
No, I mean it's nice that they're spending the time to like work
to make
on
it
the
right.
game.
Yeah.
Plants vs Zombies looked fun, but a bit too.
It looked
wacky.
like a Team Fortress 2
Yeah.
ripoff.
It looked kind of
Yeah.
generic as far as third-person shooters, team-based stuff.
It seems like it's gimmicky. It's like one of those things where it's like it's thematic and that's why you play it, but it's nothing in the gameplay or nothing in that keeps you there.
Man, I thought they really dropped the ball on Titanfall. The way they presented that, just like having the devs do that weird dev documentary, and they're saying like, "Oh, Titan." I hate that shit when the devs have to go on and they're like, "Oh, Titanfall is going to change the world," and you know, like the characters in the world are so realistic and blah blah. It's like, can't you just get that if you show us the game? Can't we like develop that idea on our own?
The thing is, most people can't do that. Most people don't develop that. They need to be told specifically, hey, this is a good game because of these reasons, and we've done this. They don't know that so much goes into the development process. That's why.
But why do they even need to know that? In the end, all that matters is that they're impressed by the product and they want to buy it, right?
Yeah.
How do you create that impression without telling them it's good? They're not there playing it.
I know. It just feels so fake though that they have to tell you that it's impressive.
Yeah.
You know, like it should just be impressive. We were impressed, right? Like you guys like Titanfall.
Star Wars?
Man, they didn't show anything for Battlefront.
I'm a huge Battlefront fan, and I feel like that has nothing to do with the gameplay. That was just like a CG thing they cut together, and they were just like, quick, let's just get whatever we can.
It was the exact same as the trailer for Halo, where it just seems it's a fake out. Then at the end, it's a big reveal of what's.
So what do we think? Like that's just like really early in development right now.
It was super early. I'm expecting maybe 2 years out for that.
You know what? You're probably right about that because Battlefront, it's going to be built off of Frostbite.
Yep.
And they're going to build it up in the same way that they built up Battlefield.
Yeah.
Lots of DLC. It's gonna have a long lifespan. So.
And they know they have something to prove. They can't screw this up because now that it's licensed to them, they know that this is their first shot. And Star Wars has a huge fan base. When you screw up something like that, people retaliate.
It also means they're putting up all the money for it. There's no money coming from Disney. They basically they give Disney money for the license, and then all the costs, everything is on them. So this isn't like a cash-in game. It's like a serious thing.
Yeah.
Need Speed?
Need for Speed?
Yeah, Need for Speed.
Again, they did some sort of weird like connectivity and like integration kind of thing. I'm not into that. I'm like,
it's all drive. Wasn't all drive? It's
all drive mode. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It looked like to me, it looked like every other Need for Speed game. It didn't really look brand new or anything.
Yeah.
With the movie as well, with the guy from Breaking Bad.
Man,
Has anyone ever heard of that movie before now?
who cares?
I didn't know there was a movie, to be honest.
Who cares? Like, does anybody give a shit?
It's coming out in 2014.
I think it's beyond like question that video game movies are all bad.
Until Ubisoft steps in.
Resident Evil is kind of okay, so let's hope Ubisoft can change that. But
Wait, did you guys see the Prince of Persia movie? That was the worst piece of trash I've ever seen in my life in terms
actually,
of
I kind of
movies.
liked Prince Persia movie.
Are you kidding?
I kind of liked it.
Oh my god!
I mean, I hated that they like
so
whitewashed the entire movie, but aside from that, it was okay.
The DOA movie was a lot of fun. It makes absolutely no sense, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Let's get back to EA. Let's get back to EA.
Yeah.
Let's get back to EA. What do you guys take as like their best game?
From EA.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's like nothing is like super new. I would be more impressed with EA if they had some new IPs, but everything that we're seeing is all stuff. None of it, like the only new IP that they have is what, Titanfall. Everything else is old IPs. I mean,
Yeah, that's a really good point.
New technology. Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's just new technology for
But I mean, that's just kind of like
EA
it
Sports.
speaks of EA as a company. They don't really take risks. They're like so into like the sequelitis. You know what I mean? They just keep pumping out the same cash machines every year.
Yeah, but it works.
Yeah,
So, I mean-
yeah, you can't blame them for that.
But even still though, like nothing on the Command and Conquer game from BioWare.
Mm.
I didn't even know that was coming out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's because they're not really like market like, and it's in development too. They have stuff. They have gameplay that they've showed off before. It's just
But you know that on a conference like this that is televised on Spike, that's getting this huge amount of
Massive.
people watching, they're gonna like Madden 25 exists for a reason. Like we might not like it, but it exists for a reason. I've played it. I've had fun playing it. I just suck at it. That's why I don't like it. But I love FIFA. I'm also kind of bad at that, but I'm okay at it. So, but I love playing it. There is a level of fun, and I do pick up each copy as it comes out. I pick up 2K, which with 2K14 is what I'm going to pick up. But them announcing NBA 14, I didn't think they'd do that. I didn't think they'd go to Live 14. I thought they'd canned it again, and they were going to skip to 15. So I don't know. I'm kind of interested. I need to see more before I commit, but
even
I'm
still,
interested.
EA just did like so little for the core. Even kind of like off like if you look at Microsoft,
Mhm.
they showed off that weird horror game and like a bunch of other small indie stuff.
Yeah.
It's like EA has these like more nichey games.
That was Plants vs Zombies. That took up that. You know, if
Yeah,
they-
Plants vs Zombies. Even that's not really nichey though. Like look how much money that has made off of iOS. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the top selling app for like forever. So I mean, they're just not really taking too many risks, and it's kind of unfortunate. If they have an opportunity like this, it's time to do something.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Microsoft did take some risks. Like they announced that game Below, and they gave nothing more to it. They showed like a little bit. It's like a looks like a side scroller. I don't know, like kind of like Dota. You said.
Or like Diablo.
Sorry, Diablo. Yeah, but that's taking a risk, and EA I don't think would ever do that just because. Think about what you know about EA. Think about how they are as a company. Would they ever put out something like that? Like even Plants vs Zombies, I think is a stretch for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a bit of a stretch for EA.
I honestly, I don't think that it is. I think that EA will put out anything that they can be 100% sure will make lots and lots of money. And as far as the original Plants vs Zombies was concerned, it was an iOS game, so it cost like nothing to develop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's not a mystery to me why, like, the core kind of hates EA. Like, is there any question that Ubisoft is gonna like completely trump them when it comes to new IPs or even just showing us more stuff?
I want to say yes. I think Ubisoft's at least got one surprise. As far as I know, Ubisoft, for the last two E3s, they've always had something that makes me go, ho, didn't see that coming.
And they,
So-
they learned from the lesson. I mean, we'll say Assassin's Creed, and they probably saw in the last one that a lot of people were playing the battle games,
Yeah.
and boats.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Prince of Persia make an appearance or something.
Oh, see,
Which
that'd be
would be
interesting.
amazing, but like I feel like Ubisoft like has a little more courage to go and.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not a new franchise, but it's one of those things where every time Prince of Persia shows up after like 5 years, it does feel like a new franchise because they're
Yeah.
so different, right?
yeah. Going from the last Prince of Persia, sorry, the one before the one that was cell shaded to the one that was cell shaded, it was such a jump. It was such a change
Yeah, exactly.
in direction that it feels refreshing. You're like, even whether or not it was for you or not for you, it's still refreshing. It's still like, whoa, this is a change of pace. Even though I'm in the same kind of environment with the same gameplay mechanics, it's a change, and I like that. I like change, and I don't see EA changing all that much.
Neither do I. So what was our least favorite part?
I would have to say the UFC stuff. That UFC stuff was it was awkward. It was weird. I felt like I'm pretty sure that the all the applause that we heard was like pre-recorded applause because it didn't sound very authentic. And then there was like one shot where it like panned over the audience and you just see the audience just sitting there. No one's clapping. No one's doing anything. And then Dana White and all those guys get on stage and then the only people you hear clapping are like 3 or 4 people, and the guys on stage are clapping for themselves.
Yeah, E3 is such a weird dichotomy because, okay, so it's massively televised, so all that UFC shit is for people at home who are like, yeah, UFC, and they love it and everything. But the actual show, it's full of like fucking nerds, you know? They don't
Yeah.
care. They're like, we don't understand this at all. Like, can you just show us
Yeah.
more Battlefield or something?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, my least favorite part was no Dragon Age gameplay. Like anything, like could have given me anything, you know? Show me the crafting system. I don't care. Like anything would have been nice. I know it's a year out, but they could have done something.
I felt that way about Black Tusk. when I
Yeah.
learned about them because they were my most anticipated thing for E3 because I felt like they'd be something fresh, something new. We got nothing.
I'm still very impressed by how the crowd is so disengaged.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, they
mind-boggling.
didn't seem to care about anything except Battlefield, Battlefront, and Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Mirror Age.
Mirror's
and
Edge,
Mirror's
yeah.
Edge too. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Donald, your last. Your
I don't know. I found the whole thing massively underwhelming, really. But I suppose the worst part would be probably what's his name, the guy with the slam poetry.
Yeah, that guy's gonna do well on
Dribble Tech.
on the internet.
yeah.
They're gonna tear him apart. All right, so I guess that's it for EA. Stay tuned, and we'll talk about Ubisoft next.